Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back. This is Daily Trading Analysis with the market recap for today, 4th of November. I was saying during the market update a couple of hours ago that copper was doing this breakout, impressive breakout to the upside in the daily, and watch out for power hour today because dollar was pulling back and yields were also pulling back. But surprisingly, Nasdaq was not doing highs or not pushing on momentum. We were, during that market update, we were around down here more or less. And I was watching this pivot. So this pivot is super interesting because it kept the Nasdaq down, and also the 200 moving average was starting to coming down along with the 45 EMA. So as you can see, we have two big candles down here with more or less volume and momentum, and then started the move higher. In here, you have one of the opportunities to start doing a nice building position until this pivot. And then it held, broke the VWAP, and started doing higher lows. So quite a nice push for the Nasdaq. It didn't break high of day. That was already, I think, quite established in here with this resistance area. But we finished the Friday 1.34%. And S&P is also doing quite nicely, 1.21%. So that was quite a nice move based on the economic data. We have mixed economic data. Unemployment was good. Non-farm payrolls was quite bad, to be honest. And we were chopping around and looking quite bearish on the day after lunch. But then into power hour, we squeezed. Let's check from this start until then. We start, yeah, actually almost all of the gains were done power hour. 1.80% move, quite nice, honestly. And we are finishing the daily with a bounce. So we are holding this level, and on Monday, I will be watching the open interest that Nasdaq futures are putting to know if this kind of bounce is giving us more interest and more contracts on the Nasdaq. So buyers are actually buying in, or is just shorts covering this move that we have. So that would be quite key to understand if next week we are covering shorts or we are building longs. Honestly, I don't know, but we'll have to watch closely that number. So we saw dollar pulling back and yields all in the red. That's super nice to see. Copper, beautiful breakout on the daily. So let's check the 30-minute, quite strong. Look at this, super strong. And Apple finished the day in the middle. So we are in the middle of the range, putting a nice candle, bottoming candle, long wick. Is not super bullish, but at least some buyers are stepping in. Look at this. It's almost to the penny. Almost this daily to the penny. So the low was 134.38 and this was 134.37. Wow. Microsoft, wow, also very nice bottoming candle, super bullish, finishing green, 3.33. So Microsoft's putting a nice candle on the daily and finishing more or less, at least with a nice wick of the bottom on the weekly chart. What else? Tesla is finishing quite weak, but still holding lows and putting nice wicks. Today was A rough day for Tesla. Look at this 30-minute chart. Quite bearish, to be honest. At least we are trying to push a little bit, but holding 200 is key. Right now, 207.47 minus 364 in the red for Tesla. This is one of the, I think is the only one in the red. Well, Apple is also 0.36, but I think Tesla is the worst performer of the big tech companies of the Nasdaq. Amazon, consumer discretionary, also doing quite well, looking like the Nasdaq. So quite bearish and then pushing higher. Google, look at this. Look at this candle of the Google. At least we are reclaiming 85, and this is quite good. January 21 level being held. Amazon, dodgy, but consumer discretionary is one of on the weak side, so we'll keep watching. And Nvidia, look at this. Nvidia is trying to reclaim this pivot. This pivot in July that was broken down. In here, we bounce and we are more or less trying to reclaim this 45 EMA and maybe looking to fill this gap until the 200. Quite nice. And Meta, well, it's super weak. But overall, I think it's not a very good week for the Nasdaq. Obviously, after FOMC, after all the economic data, mixed sentiment. Unemployment was good, but this weekly, we cannot hide the fact that this was a very bad week. But let's focus on the next week, trying to hold this 10,700. And I think we can build something in here until again this descending resistance, and perhaps if economic data for next week helps, we can maybe see 11,400 again around this level. Talking about economic data, let's check the economic data for next week. So economic data for next week is next week. We have Monday, nothing, a couple of Feds talking. We have on Tuesday, nothing. On Wednesday, we have EIA for stocks on energy stocks and mortgage index. Perhaps for the housing market, this would be interesting. And on Thursday, look at this. CPI. CPI next week on Thursday. I mean, all the traders and investors will be watching this. 8.2, we are expecting a slightly decrease in the overall inflation and also in the core inflation. This will be key. If we get good CPI, I think we can see the double bottom that we are trying to achieve in the overall market. We can see this double bottom and again building momentum and seeking this 11,800 break. If not, well, prepare for the break of this low. But for sure, we will need be watching this CPI data. And on Friday, consumer sentiment data. For next week, Thursday is the big day, huge day. Be prepared for CPI. And that's all from my side. As always, thank you for your time. If you have any questions, you can comment down below and I will try to respond to all of you. Please hit the like button if you found this video useful and subscribe to the channel to receive notifications and daily uploads. I upload new videos every single day for market forecast, market updates, and market recap like this one. I appreciate your time. I hope you have an amazing trading day and see you on Monday. Have a nice weekend. Enjoy your gains and be prepared for next week CPI data on Thursday. Remember, discipline and risk management are key for success. Stay safe, everyone.